And so now we want to know, we're talking about who's working. So how do we find out? Let's say you have a pretty large group and you've grown a larger organization and you're not completely sure where you should be working and who you should be working with. Well, there is a fabulous report for that. And when you go into organization and you go down to reps, third from the bottom, there's a funny named report. And although it's a really ridiculous name, it is a super powerful report. And it's non-canceled downline with one or more enrollments in the past 30 days. This is going to show you exactly what Robin's talking about. This is where the juice is. And now what I want you to understand as we go into this report is that not all people in this report are in your personal line of sponsorship, right? It's your downline, which means in your legs. So for example, when Janet Kiefer goes into her downline, she will see my team, right? She won't just see her, she'll see my team, and she'll see maybe some other teams that our upline sponsor we share a leg with. If I go in there, I'm going to see some of Janet's. And so you want to make sure that you're not just reaching out and calling just anyone, that you're finding out, are they in your line of sponsorship? So let me kind of show you how I would do this. Look at the highlighted area where it's showing all the different number of people that are enrolled. This is someone has enrolled this many. They're also, you can see their rank, and you'll also be able to see their enrollment date. That's super important, okay? So let's shift over to what it looks like filtered. When I click on the number of enrolled and I click it until the highest number goes to the top, because it can sort from lowest, it can sort from most recent, and it will sort from most enrolled. And I want to see the most enrolled. So what you can see right here is you got a powerhouse of an enroller. This person has enrolled 319 people in the last 30 days, and they have only been in since March, and they're only a manager. This is someone you want to pay attention to. If they're in your line of sponsorship, you should be reaching out immediately to find out, if you're already not, how do I best support this person? And if you're not sure how to support them because maybe they're a bigger enroller than you, you're not sure what to do with them, that's when you reach up to your upline team and you get your upline involved in helping you in what the next steps are to support this person. When Michael Jacob first came into my organization, I had never worked with an influencer. There were things to set up, there were things to do. It was a very different animal. It's not done the same. And, Jennifer Allen has done a spectacular job of handling him. And Michael has been one of the most phenomenal I've seen as far as influencers, because he really cared and he really wanted to learn the business. So I had to reach up to Robin and Gregory and say, how do I do this? How do we structure this? What do we put in place to support somebody who's a massive enroller? So someone here has got somebody probably similar to that, looking at how they're enrolling. But look what's happening next in this row. This is a powerful organization. Next down is somebody who's 80. They've sponsored 80 people this month. They're a director. Someone sponsored 63, somebody 45, 42. I mean, this is a powerhouse of an organization. Now, that doesn't mean that they're personally sponsored. So how do you figure that out? You go over, do you see to the left of the ID and the name, there's a little, what we call a driver's license. And when you click on that driver's license, it's going to open up all the information about that person. And it's going to show you who their sponsor is. If you recognize the sponsor, then you want to go to that sponsor and you want to say, hey, we got a powerhouse in your organization. Are you working with them? How can I support you? Can we get on a Zoom or a call with this person so we can help them? If by chance you don't know who the sponsor is, it's possible they're in your organization, but it's possible they're in someone else's. If they're in someone else's organization, it is not for you to reach out to them. I would not go into any of my leaders' organizations and reach down and talk to people without that person knowing. or if that person's disappeared, if they have no leadership, I'll absolutely go down. But if I have a leader, I'm going to that leader and I'm going to talk to that leader about what they have, what they're doing, how can I support. It's getting permission to go and do that. But again, if their leadership and upline and sponsor have disappeared, I'm absolutely going to drop down and help if they're in my line of sponsorship. Now, if they're not in my line of sponsor, let's say I don't recognize the name, you can go over into your binary tree, and I don't have a slide, but go into organization, go down to binary tree. When you get into binary tree, there is a search bar. When you click, you can put in the name of the person in the search, it will tell you it'll pull up their information. It'll tell you who sponsored them. If you don't recognize that, put that sponsor's name in. If you don't recognize that, put that sponsor's name in. Eventually, you're going to get to a name you recognize, or if you don't, or you recognize it as somebody else's organization, it is not yours to taproot down into. It's not yours to do anything with. So for example, Janet Kiefer, I would absolutely reach out to Janet. If I saw something, now granted, we all know Janet saw it too, but by chance, if I saw something crazy going on, I might reach out to Janet and I might say, hey, Janet, congratulations. You got something really exciting going on in your organization, but I would not go in from there.